I've got a big problem with regular wireless earbuds. Typically you have to push them inside of your ear to get a good sound, and they'll become uncomfortable after some time of use. And in my experience, for some reason, they always find their way out of my ear, especially if I'm doing a lot of talking or moving around. And if that sounds familiar, you're definitely going to love these. These are the ACEFAST AceFit Pro open ear wireless earbuds. These wireless earbuds don't actually go inside your ear, they just simply rest on the outside of your ear. So they're going to be way more comfortable, and especially if you're outdoors biking, you can still hear everything around you while you listen to your music. These earbuds are not only comfortable, but they sound great, and they also have a built-in LED feature that makes them not only look cool, but also has a function which I'll go over later on in the video. So I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about these earbuds. We're going to see how well the touch gestures work. I'll show you the application that you can use with this. And full disclosure, I do want to let you know that AceFast did send these out to me, but I'm not being paid for this review. They just simply sent it to me so I could give you guys my honest opinion. So let's take a closer look at the AceFit Pro, and at the end of the video, I'll let you know if these are worth your time. So the buds come in this really cool clamshell design. You can very clearly see through the top cover, and like I mentioned before, it's also got these RGB LEDs built into the case, as well as white LEDs built into the earbuds themselves. And in case you don't like the LEDs lit up all the time, you can very easily turn them off with the touch, or you can also use the app. And speaking of touch, these also do have touch gestures that you can totally customize for 1 tap, 2 tap, and even 3 taps. They're also ultra thin and lightweight, coming in at 7.8 grams. These also have noise canceling built in, so they're great for use in noisy environments when you're making phone calls, and I'll let you hear what that sounds like later on in the video. These are also great for doing things outdoors and working out because they have an IP54 dust and waterproof rating, and that means you can get them splashed, so you don't have to worry about rain getting on them or even your sweat if you're working out. These buds are also held in place with a magnet inside the case, so you don't have to worry about them just kind of falling out of the case if you don't want them to. And they're also coated in a really nice soft silicone type material. This little piece here that fits over your ear is actually made from titanium, so you definitely don't have to worry about it bending and breaking like some of their cheaper earbuds. It also has a 3-magnet speaker, and this will give you better high fidelity sound. And they also have an auto shut-off feature that automatically turns them off after 5 minutes of being disconnected from your device. And as far as battery life goes, you can get up to 6 hours of use just using the earbuds, and up to 25 hours of use with the included charging of the case. They also have quick charge capability, which will give you 2 hours of use on only a 10-minute charge. The outside of the case also has an LED to let you know the charge of the case and the left and right buds. So now let me show you how you can quickly and easily add these to any device. So the first thing you need to do is to go into your app store and download the AceFast app, which I've already done. Then you're going to go into your Bluetooth settings. You're going to click on the AceFast AceFit Pro in your Bluetooth. This again is on Apple iOS. We're going to click that. And you can see how quickly it connected to your phone. Then we're going to go into the AceFast app. We're going to say add device. We're going to say the AceFit Pro. It's going to scan. You're going to find it. We'll say connect. And you're pretty much done. Here you can see the battery for the case and the left and right earbuds. And now you can see on the top of the case here, it shows the battery life of the case as well as the battery life of each one of the earbuds. You can see that it is charging the right earbud currently. So here, as you can see on the bottom of the app, we have our lighting effects, and that controls the LED of the earbuds. Now, like I mentioned before, these LEDs in the earbuds are not only for it to look cool, but they also have a function. If you're cycling or doing things outside at night, these will light up fairly brightly for others to see. So if there's a car or something around you and there's no lighting to light up your way, they should be able to see these while you're outdoors cycling, making it a lot safer for you to use. And because they are open ear, you can also hear a lot better what's going on around you. And like I mentioned before, if you don't want the LEDs on, or if you want to turn them on, all you need to do is simply tap the earbud 4 times. There, as you can see, the LED turned on. That's to let you know that the LEDs are on now. You can see it's kind of breathing. And if you want to turn it off, just simply tap 4 times again. And they turn off. So if you're going to be cycling or doing something at night, I would definitely tell you to keep the LEDs on. Another really nice thing about the LEDs is if you need to find these in the dark, or if you happen to drop them out of your ear onto the ground, you can still very easily find them because of that LED feature. And here we are in the app. Again, if you want to turn the LED features on and off, you can do so from the app here. You can see that the LEDs just turned on. And we can also easily turn them off. We also have some sound effects here that are built in. We've got original sound, human voice, live, bass, and custom EQ where you can adjust the sound to your liking. Then we also have a lot of control for the touch gestures. Now, we've got selections for a single click, double click, triple click, and a long press. So no matter what your preference is, there's going to be something here that will fit your needs. So for each one of these gestures, we can play pause, we can go to the previous track, next track, volume up and down, or you can just simply have no operation for that gesture. Now, just like the LEDs in the earbuds, you can also control the RGB LED in the case itself right from the app. Just press the right arrow. It'll take you over to the case function. Here, as you can see, we have the option for the breathing effect. We can do a short breath or a long. We can also change the light color here. So we'll click on blue. And you can see the case change to blue. We've got pink, another blue. We've got purple, orange, yellow, green. So that is pretty cool. These earbuds also have multi-point connectivity, so you can connect them up to 2 different devices at the same time. Now, as far as the touch gestures goes, they seem to work pretty well, and they also work consistently. And I would think that'd be pretty important to everybody, because when you're out jogging or working out, the last thing you want to do is to have to pull your phone out of your pocket to answer a call, raise the volume, change the track. You just want to touch your earbuds to do all those features, and if that doesn't work well, then it's kind of pointless. So I've got mine to play and pause with just a single tap on either ear. So I've got my phone set up with some music. It's not playing right now, so I'll play it with just a tap. You can see that it starts playing, and I have the volume control up and down with the double tap. So it's up on the right and down on the left. So you can see it raised the volume, and it also lowered the volume. And I also have it go to the next track with a triple tap on my right side. So I'll do that now. And you can see it just went to the next song. And then if I want to access my assistant, which is Siri on iOS, it's just simply a long hold. And as you can see, it worked right there. So as you can see, it works really good. As long as you know where to touch on the earbud, it works perfectly fine. Now, I think the biggest question that everybody would probably have is, how good do these sound? And I think they've got a pretty good sound for open earbuds. They have a pretty good mixture of highs, mids, and lows. Although you won't get a super punchy bass with these, they do have enough bass to round out the sound of whatever you're listening to. Now, typically there will be a sound trade-off when you're using open air earbuds, but at least with these, you don't have to worry about anything being jammed in your ear or them just popping out like regular earbuds do for me. Another really nice feature about these earbuds is you don't have to use both of them at the same time. You can just simply use one. So for whatever reason, if you just want to have one ear open to the world and then the other open for calls or listening to music, you can do that as well. And because these are so light and thin, you really don't even notice them on your ear, and you can wear these for hours without any discomfort. So now let's do a sound test to see if somebody next to me can actually hear what I'm listening to when I'm using these earbuds. I have it at about 60% volume, and that's at a normal listening volume that I would listen to music from. I think anything higher than that would be a little too loud for normal listening. And I've got my mic pretty much where somebody would be sitting. So I'm going to put the earbud playing the music kind of like right here where somebody might be sitting or their ear is, and I'll turn on the music. So we'll see when I edit my video if I was actually, or if we were actually able to hear the music from this earbud. So now I've turned the volume up to 100%. I've taken out my other earbud because I can't have that in my ear at that volume. It'll blow my eardrum out. So I'm going to put this off to the same amount of distance, and we're going to see how good you can hear the music at 100%. So I could definitely hear it myself just from where I was sitting. It wasn't super loud, but I could definitely hear what was playing on the earbud, and I'm sure you probably could too. But typically, again, you're not going to have the volume up at 100%. So now we're going to see what the earbuds sound like when you're talking to somebody on the other end of the line. I've got my phone here where all the sound is going to come out from when I'm talking into my earbuds. We're going to do it in a quiet room as well as a noisy room, and we're going to see what the noise cancellation does for these earbuds. So this is what the sound quality is like talking through these earbuds in a totally quiet room. I'm in my basement. There's absolutely no sound down here, and it's super quiet. So this is the sound quality you can expect when using these earbuds in the same exact situation. And then here's what the sound quality is like using these earbuds in a very crowded room. It's probably something similar to being in a restaurant environment. But again, this will give you an idea of what the noise cancellation can do for these earbuds and the sound quality that you can expect. So now let's go over some of the pros and cons of these earbuds, and we're going to start off with the cons. There's not very many. I don't think they're horrible, but they are definitely something to note. And the very first con is the fact that there is no adjustability for these earbuds. Once they're on your ear, that's pretty much it. You can't adjust the size of the ring if you have bigger ears, or if you need to kind of angle them more inside your ear. There is none of that adjustment. It just put it on your ear, and that's pretty much it. Now, I don't think that you really need too much adjustment. I think the only thing you might ever need is maybe to make them a little bit bigger if you have bigger ears, but these fit on my ears perfectly fine, and I think my ears are slightly bigger than the average person. The second con of these earbuds, which I really don't think is a huge deal, is the fact that there's no auto pause when you had to take the earbuds off your ear. Now, typically, you're not going to find that with open air earbuds because they don't actually go into your ear, and the ones that do might have a little sensor to notify it when you've taken them out, but because these don't go in your ear, they don't have those sensors, and it doesn't know when you've taken them off. So you just need to simply take this off and then maybe tap on the touch gesture to play and pause. It's really not a big deal. Now, one con that I noticed about the case during my time using it is the fact that it is pretty slippery. I'm not sure why they went with the all gloss, but because it is all glossy, not only is it slippery, but it also is a fingerprint magnet, and it's also not very easy to open because it is so slick. I would really like to see maybe like an indentation or something on the front to help you open up the case a little bit easier without having to worry about dropping it. So now that we've gone over the cons, let's go over the pros, and I definitely think that the pros outweigh all of the cons. And the very first pro is one that is most important to me, and I'm sure it is for you, and that's that they have good sound. Again, these earbuds have good sound for them being the open air earbuds. They're not going to be as good as a pair of high quality over the ear headphones, but I definitely think they have good sound for what they are. The second thing that's most important to me, and I'm sure it will be for you, is the comfort. Because these are covered in that soft silicone material and there's nothing actually going into your ear, they are very comfortable and you can wear them for long periods of time without experiencing any discomfort. And they're also very comfortable because they're very light and thin. Another pro is the fact that the touch gestures work really well. And that's very important because there's no way to change the volume, the tracks, make calls, take calls without having to take the phone out of your pocket without using the touch gestures. So again, if they don't work well, what's the point of having the earbuds in the first place? Another really nice pro that I didn't even really think of when it comes to earbuds is the fact that they put LEDs in the case and the earbuds themselves. In the case, it's nice because you can customize the color to whatever you want, and the LED being in the earbud is nice because people can see you when you're out at night jogging, biking, whatever. And again, if you happen to drop your earbuds, especially in the dark, you can find them very easily because they're glowing. Another pro I can really appreciate is the fact that these earbuds have magnets built in that make it very easy for them to clip right into the case. There's absolutely no guesswork whatsoever. You just take them right out of your ear and they kind of just fall right where they need to be for charging inside the case. And they're also very easy to take out as well. If you've used some other earbuds out there, I'm sure you know what I mean. So I definitely think these earbuds are really cool and they're very functional. And I'd really like to know what your experience is with the earbuds that you're currently using. Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys want to pick this up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys use those links, you are directly helping to support the channel. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting that like button and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.